Hello and welcome. So today I have a few things. To talk about. What are you going to do in your future? So I have in my mind, I'm going to retire when I'm 60. This is what I have in my mind. And so I realized probably a month ago now that that's going to be tough because of the amount of money that I'm saving each month is not going to equal the destined amount that I want, which is okay. If I just continue the way I am right now and nothing changes, I would be okay, but I don't want to be okay. I want to be better than okay. Do you want to be better than okay? I mean, okay is fine. I can do okay. And when I'm old, maybe okay gets better. I don't know. I don't know. But what do you want? What do you want in your future? I ask this because what you do right now directly affects your future. So if right now you are saving no money, you have nothing going to an investment or to a 401k or to a Roth IRA or to a savings account, if you have nothing going anywhere, I always go to the age of 80 or 85. When you're 80 years old, how are you going to live? You're just going to live off the government and expect the government to take care of you? The government can't take care of people right now. How are they going to do it when we grow up and get to 80 years old? I have, in my opinion, I have 12 years before I want to retire. And I realize that that's not going to happen. And so I got to come up with a better plan because 12 years it's not going to happen. And so the main reason for wanting to retire is because I want to do stuff that I want to do. I don't want to have to go somewhere and work for someone. I want to either work for myself, just do my own thing, or like sell crafts at craft stores, craft fairs. That's what I want to do when I'm old, when I'm 60, 61, 65. That's what I want to do. I don't want to go to work and go have to do whatever that means to people. For me, it means going into my office, dealing with people asking questions, which is fine. I enjoy my job thoroughly. I enjoy it thoroughly, and I could ask for more, but I wouldn't. So I'm not going to ask for anything more. I'm happy with it. I'm very content. They pay me enough to live. I would love to be paid more. But I don't want to do this for the next 30 years. I promise you I do not. And so I got to set myself up now so that in my future, I am able to quit working and I get to go play on the beach. If you've watched my previous videos, you know that I want to be the old lady dancing in my swimsuit on the beach. That's what I need in my life. That's what I need. That's what I need. That is what I need in my life. Well, need is kind of strong, huh? Maybe not need. Want. That's what I want in my life. And maybe when I'm 60, I'll want something different. It looks like I can probably retire when I'm 62 if I continue on the pace that I'm going. Now, if I weren't so stubborn and I were, instead of saving for a car, I were saving for myself, for my future, I could retire at 60. But I have to be realistic and I have to know that I have driven enough old cars that now that I've been able to graduate to a little bit newer cars, I don't want to go back. And it's not just about being materialistic. It's about, I don't have anyone that's going to come fix my car. My late husband was basically a mechanic. He wasn't a licensed mechanic, but anything that was wrong, he would fix. We need a new transmission. He would go find one and put one in. We need a new engine. He would go find one, put one in. Oil changes, no problem. What else do you do? Brakes, change brakes, no problem. Change tires, no problem. Literally do anything. I don't have that now. So I need a vehicle that's going to carry me through with minimal intervention, which perhaps costs a little more, but I have made it so that I can do that without having debt. And so I'm okay with that. Now, my problem is that there's two sides. There's the good Natalie over here and there's the bad Natalie over here. Bad Natalie is saying, you need a new car. You need, not new as in brand new, like spanking new, 0 miles, nothing like that, but an upgraded car. So a couple years old instead of 5 or more years old, right? So that's what the bad Natalie is saying. The good Natalie is saying, it would be really nice if you would set that money into an investment account instead of into a car account. That's what good Natalie saying. Now, the problem is they don't talk to each other. So right now, bad Natalie is winning, okay? Because all this money is being saved into my car account and not into my investments. I do have an amount that automatically goes into my investments every month. And so that's fine. And that's how I know what age I can retire at, because I know I'm not going to deposit less every month. I know that. I know it could grow as my income increases. I know how much I put in can grow. But I also know that my health probably won't let me live until I'm 85, 90 years old. I mean, maybe it will. Maybe they come up with some, they come up with all kinds of lab created everything that maybe we'll all live till we're 110. I don't know. I don't know that I want to live when I'm 110, but what I need to do is save money, more money, so that when I am 85, I can pay for the thousands and thousands of dollars of medical expenses I know I'm going to have. That's what I need to do. And the problem is being dedicated enough, because I know it. I already know. It's not like it's, oh, will I need money when I grow old? Yes, I'm going to need money when I grow old. I know that 100%. Now, the good thing, the part that I've gotten ahead on is owning my home, owning my car, not having those big expenses. If you can get yourself to getting rid of some of those big monthly expenses, imagine, so your average car payment in America is $730. Let's pretend you're better than average, and so your payment's only $500 a month. Let's pretend you put $500 a month into an IRA or a 401k or an investment account of some sort, instead of putting it into a car payment. Imagine how much money you could accumulate over time. I did a whole video about how to get to $1 million, right? How to save $1 million. It's not about, I'm going to have $1 million next month, next year, in 5 years. That's not how this is going to work. It's time and that progression of how much you're putting into your account, building that fund so that you can afford the lifestyle that you want to live. Now, I'm not extravagant. I don't have all this, fancy furniture and decor everywhere. I'm a crafter. I'm cheap. So I make stuff, and if I need some decor of some sort, you haven't seen. I bought a bottle of tequila, Mi Familia. I don't know how to say it, but that's what it is. And it had the most beautiful bottle. And that bottle, it just grabbed me right away. I said, I need to buy that. The tequila probably won't taste good. This is what I was thinking when I bought it. But I need that bottle because it's gorgeous and I can use it as a vase. So guess what I have in my living room right now? I have a tequila bottle as a vase. Now, obviously, you wouldn't know it's a tequila bottle unless I told you the story or you knew that brand, right? The tequila wasn't very good. It was okay. But anyway, so I'm cheap. So I'm not going to buy a $100 vase. I'm going to go to the store and buy a $20 bottle of tequila and make it into a vase. This is how it works. And so I did the video the other day about saving on groceries, because if you can just save a little bit here and there, imagine if everything you did in your life, every process you did, if you save just $20 per item or per process, whatever the process is, whether it's going to the grocery store or where you buy gas or where you buy clothes or whatever. Imagine $20 each place. How much money could that be at the end of the month? And can that be the money that you put into your investment account so that you are, or retirement account, I guess I should call it, your retirement account, so that you are building enough money to live on when you're old and you can no longer work? That's the idea, is to build enough money in your retirement account so that you can retire, and live off of that amount that's in that retirement account. That's what I'm after. I don't know what you're after. If you're after that, that's good. That's a good thing. The idea is you have to plan now in order to serve yourself later. So if you have no plan right now and you just are spending your money willy-nilly and you're at wherever, Macy's every weekend, like, do you need to be at Macy's spending $200 every weekend? Or could that $200 go toward a retirement account and build you some wealth so that when you're old, you don't have to worry about how you're going to pay your rent or pay your light bill or your gas bill or whatever bill you have, right? When you're in debt, you're taking money away from yourself. You're taking money away from your future because your future money is being used right now to pay interest on a credit card or a car payment or a mortgage payment. Now, again, I realize people don't understand that you can actually not have a mortgage. It is possible. It's hard. It's difficult, but it's possible. And people also believe there's no way you can't have a car payment. I promise you there's a way to do both. I promise you. And it's up to you to be able to do that, right? And so when I got my first and only car payment, I was in the mind frame of, I can afford this because I make enough money to afford this bill. But once I started paying that bill, I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like giving my money away every month. I want to give this money to me every month, right? I want to set myself up for success. I don't want to have to give this money to other people, to companies that don't even know who I am. All they're looking for is that money. I don't want my life to be based on giving other people money. I also don't want my life to be based on just making money, right? I'm very strict about my time. My job is important to me, but it's not so important that I'm going to waste all week at work and then come home and be so tired I can't wake up the next morning. I'm very strict about 40 hours. I'm a little psycho about it, in fact, because I don't believe people should spend their whole entire life working so that they have nothing left when they go home. They have nothing left. There's nothing left in your body when you go home. You can't craft. You can't make a video. You can't play games. If you have children, you can't play with your children. Everyone just wants to come home and sit in front of the TV. I can't live like that. I can't. It's too much. And I realize I'm a little strange, a little off. Maybe. I get it. But the choices that I make help me in the future. So my mind is not clouded by a lot of bad information that's being passed around in all the different media places, right? I'm skipping out on all that just by not watching TV. I do about an hour per night. As I'm getting in bed, I'll turn on the TV, I'll turn on Hulu, and I'll watch. This is embarrassing. My new show that I'm watching is Love at First Sight. These were from, 2015, 2016, 2017. It's where they take two strangers that are matched by professionals. They're matched. They never meet each other. They meet each other at the altar. They get married and they spend, I think it's 8 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, 6 weeks. I don't know. They spend about 2 months together. And at the end of that, they decide, are they going to get a divorce or are they going to stay married? It's fascinating to me. It's fascinating because they've never met each other and they're meeting each other for the first time on the altar. And then they have to learn about each other and learn how to live with each other. It's amazing to me. You should check it out. It's fascinating. I'm amazed by human behavior because everyone is so different. Everyone is so different. Yet in a way, we're kind of all the same, right? We don't think the same. We don't look the same. We don't work the same. But in the end, we kind of are all the same in so many different ways. So it's amazing. But anyway, so I just wanted to come on today and ask, what are you going to do for your future? Because you are the only one that's going to support yourself in the future. If you're married, then maybe you have a little help. But you're the one that needs to prepare yourself for your future. And so I am taking a deep dive on that and figuring out if keeping my current car, which is, what year is it? It's 2021. So it's 4 years old this year. I used to drive cars that were 10 years old. That's all I used to ever drive is 10-year-old cars. And it was never a problem. Or 10 years or older even. And now that I don't have someone that can come and fix my cars, I think I need a new one every couple years. I mean, I've always gotten new ones every couple years, but they were just old new ones, right? So they're newer new ones now. I have an older car that I don't ever drive because I like my newer car, naturally. But my older car I use as emergencies. I don't know what kind of emergency I would have that I would need it, but I keep it because just in case, you never know, just in case. And so I started it the other day, and I probably need to get rid of it. It's probably time to turn in the keys on that one. The brakes basically don't work. The line is probably, I don't know, frozen or been chewed through by squirrels and raccoons and possums and whatever else wild animals we have out here in Texas. But why did I start talking about this? I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. Oh, the cars. Because again, if I would put the $1,000 I'm putting in my car fund, if I put that in my investment account or my retirement fund, I would be so much further ahead right now. I would be so much further ahead right now and also in the future. But that's a big move. And I'm afraid because I don't want to be stuck not having money to pay cash if I need to. I don't need to do anything if I want to buy a different car. It's hard. But these are the decisions we all need to make for ourselves, right? No one's going to make this decision for me. I'm the only one. I'm the one in charge. So I need to make that decision. So I just wanted to ask y'all what you're doing for your future. Are you planning for it? Because you need to. If you're not, you need to start planning because every day we get older. Every day we get older. And also within getting older, you should also create a will because, again, my half-sister passed away. Actually, she passed away in November. We just had the funeral, though, because there were some complications. We just had the funeral, and she didn't have a will. She didn't have a partner that she was living with or committed to, whatever. She didn't have any of that. And so now her both mom and dad passed away. So it's just us siblings that are left. So now we got to figure that out. So a lawyer, a probate, we have to go through probate to figure this out. Don't do that to your family. Make a will, create a will. Even if you just keep it, just handwritten will is better than nothing at all. I mean, Jesus, it's better. There's free programs online that, like Rocket Law, I think is the one where I created my will. Is it Rocket Law? I think so. And it's like $1. You can pay like as low as $1 a month to have access to whatever you need in their legal program. So do that. Create a will and focus on your future and what you're going to do for your future. That's all I ask. I'm not going to get emotional. All I ask is do something for your future. Do something now. Start now. I realize you may already be 45 years old and you're thinking it's too late. But when you're 55, you're already 10 years older. So start now, right now, today, maybe tomorrow. Today, start today. Start now. Thanks so much for stopping by, y'all. Make sure to leave the video a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe. When you subscribe, you should hit the bell so you know when the next video comes out. Leave a comment down below. Tell me, are you preparing for your future? Or are you just living day by day, trying to make it day by day, trying to pay those bills day by day? Because that's how most of the country is, just trying to make it to the next week, to the next payday. But anyway, leave a comment down below. That's it for me, y'all. See you Saturday, maybe? I don't know. Bye-bye.